up, guys? Welcome to another edition of K-Cards Baseball. Thanks for joining me tonight on this wonderful Friday evening, wherever you might be. It is in fact Friday evening, and that means it is time for another edition of Hobby News. Tonight on the channel, we are going to talk about an update on the case that we have covered a few times from Cuyahoga County in Ohio, where two gentlemen are accused and are arrested of stealing $2.1 million in sports cards from a Best Western in Strongville, Ohio. If you remember the story, Jacob Paxton, 27, was a night clerk at that Best Western. The Best Western Plus Hotel had received a package from a company called Memory Lane in preparation for a card show that was going to be held at the site. When a representative from Memory Lane showed up to set up the display and to pick up the cards were gone. It was later revealed that Jacob Paxton had stolen the cards and brought them to a friend's house in Cleveland, Ohio. The friend is also accused in the case of receiving stolen goods. On September 5th, the two men have entered into plea negotiations with local Cuyahoga County prosecutors. If you remember when we first talked about the story, there were actually two cards missing from the collection when the cards were recovered. They were a 1909 Remy Walter Johnson card and a 1941 Ted Williams play ball card. No new news about those two cards being recovered was reported in this story. I will keep you guys updated as we find out more news regarding this particular story as it becomes available. Stay tuned for that. In other news, I found this story particularly interesting because it is a Minnesota-based story. A Wilt Chamberlain rookie card was found in a grocery store in Crosby, Minnesota. SGC announced on August 21st that it is graded the first Gem Mint 10 Wilt Chamberlain rookie card. According to the Florida-based Grading Services Population Report, 607 cards have been submitted for grading. This one, submitted after a customer brought it into the shop in the small city of Crosby, Minnesota, is the first specimen to get a 10 grade from SGC. Crosby, Minnesota is about an hour and a half north of me, and it is a very small community. I didn't even know it had a sports card shop in the town. The sports card shop that the card was brought into opened in 2021. It is called DK Sports Cards. The owner of the sports card shop is a gentleman named Caleb Baker. He states that the card had been stored in a cabinet of an area grocery store for more than 60 years. The owner of the card, who wishes to remain anonymous, was a family member of the grocery store's owners. What is even more interesting, Baker said, is that the owner of the card does not collect. Its SGC company president, Peter Steinberg, called the Chamberlain rookie card a pretty incredible find. He goes on to state, "I was on the road about 2 weeks ago, and about 50 minutes after it arrived, I had a bunch of missed calls from the staff," he said. "The card is completely one of a kind, and it checks every box. For context, only 6 cards have received a 9 from SGC, with 7 grading at 8.5. PSA, meanwhile, has had 2,139 submissions of Chamberlain rookie cards. Only 3 have been awarded a PSA 10 grade, with 32 getting a PSA 9 rating. Wilt Chamberlain's rookie card has not been an easy card to grade," Steinberg said. "There is just a disproportionate amount of defects. There's always off-centering or printing defects, and there was always the chance of chewing gum stains on the card." An update on the card is that on September 4th, in an auction by Golden Auctions, we all are aware of Golden Auctions, probably the largest sports memorabilia auction site in the world, auctioned the card off, and it sold for $1.7 million. Here is a picture of the 1961-62 Fleer number 8 Wilt Chamberlain rookie card graded SGC 10. An absolutely beautiful card. You can see the centering on this card is absolutely amazing. Amazing corners. It was probably a good idea that this card was found in a file cabinet in a grocery store. It did not suffer the wrath of many cards from that era of rubber bands from kids putting rubber bands around the cards. It was just in a file cabinet for over 60 years. Here's a picture of the back of the card. Absolutely clean. And one thing that is kind of cool about it, there were actually 2 other cards that were found. Here is the owner of the DK Sports Card Shop in Crosby, Minnesota. And these are the 2 cards that were found in that file cabinet. There were actually 2 Wilt Chamberlains in there, probably from the same pack. The other card is probably close to a 10 as well. That one is amazingly centered as well. I don't know if that one was graded. That one wasn't brought up in the content of this story. But that rookie card right there definitely was. Next up we have new releases. This past Wednesday, Bowman Chrome was released. I did make a video preview of that release about 2 weeks ago. So if you're interested in that product, I would suggest going back and checking that video out. It is pretty good information if you're interested in buying that product, and a good video to watch before you go out and spend the money for those boxes of cards. A hobby box is currently retailing for about $290. I did find some on Topps website for $279.99. On eBay, they're selling anywhere between $325 and $395. Each hobby box contains 2 mini boxes, and in each mini box you get 30 cards, so a hobby box is a total of 60 cards. In each mini box you will get an autographed card. Me personally, I don't know that I will be spending that much money for Bowman Chrome. I wish I could, but that is a lot of money for me to spend at this particular point. Even though I love the product, I have watched some guys breaking the product on various channels, and if you want to check out those videos, I would suggest checking them out before you go out and spend money on those cards. They do seem to contain quite a few hits. It seemed like in one mini boxes you were getting between 3 and 4 numbered cards. I did watch Jabs pull a red auto card numbered to 5 in his release preview video he made on this particular product. The card that he pulled, the red to 5, was of a lesser prospect. I can't remember the prospect's name, but it's still a red card numbered to 5, probably worth $100 to $200. The other new release that will be coming out, I cannot find a release date for it, even though it was put up for pre-sale this past Monday on Topps website. It is 5 Star Baseball, another high-end Topps product at this point. And what's unique about that product is that it does not contain any base cards. What you're going to get out of that particular product is nothing but hits. I don't know what the retail value is of it. I would guess it's pretty high. Some of the cards that you're going to get include Lou Gehrig memorabilia cards, Sandy Koufax, Shohei Ohtani, and Reggie Jackson autograph cards are also included in that particular set. You can go to the Sports Card Collectors Daily website to check out more information on that particular product. Moving on to the top 10 players to collect currently in the baseball card hobby. Number 10 on the list is Jason Dominguez. He was called up a couple of weeks ago, is getting off to kind of a slow start. His cards did have a spike in value once his call-up occurred. Hopefully he can stay healthy and help out the Yankees going into the postseason. Number 9 on the list is Jackson Holliday, another guy that was called up recently and is playing really good baseball since his recall from the minor leagues. Number 8 on the list is Yamamoto. I've had heard that there is a potential for him to come back and help out the Dodgers going into the postseason shortly. We will see if that in fact happens. Number 7 on the list is Pete Crow Armstrong. Number 6 on the list is Colt Keith. Number 5 on the list is Austin Wells, the catcher for the Yankees, who is giving Colton Cowser a run for his money as far as Rookie of the Year consideration. Number 4 on the list is Jackson Chourio, another guy that was brought up from the Brewers at the beginning of the season. Got off to a slow start, but has been playing great baseball for the last couple of months. Number 3 on the list is Ellie De La Cruz. Number 2 on the list is Paul Skeens. And number 1 on the list is Jackson Merrill, who appears to have passed up Paul Skeens as the favorite for Rookie of the Year in the National League. He is carrying the San Diego Padres to the playoffs and is absolutely the stud in that lineup. Next up, we have our top 5 pulls of the week. Number 5 on the list is Heston Kjerstad from the box of Topps Chrome that I opened this past Monday on the channel. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, go back and check that out. It was a pretty good box to open. Number 4 on the list from the same box is Julio Rodriguez Pink Refractor, a nice Julio Rodriguez card, even though he isn't having a very good year at all. Number 3 on the list is a card that you didn't actually see me break, because I did make a video about opening up a blaster box of Mosaic basketball, but the video didn't turn out at all. There was no audio, so I wasn't able to put that video out there. But in that box, I did get this Thunder Road card of Anthony Edwards, a green Thunder Road Prism card. A pretty cool card there. Number 2 on the list is Jackson Chourio Ray Wave from that blaster box I opened this past Monday. A really nice Jackson Chourio Ray Wave card. This is an absolutely beautiful card. Number 1 on the list is this refractor of Colin Sexton from the Utah Jazz from Panini Mosaic. A really nice card. So that is the top 5 pulls of this week. Next up, we will talk a little bit about channel news. I did pick up a blaster box of Topps Chrome Basketball, an unlicensed product. I have watched guys open this product on various channels, and it seems like it's a pretty good product. I did make a video preview of this particular product, and I was really excited to pick it up after making that preview. And we will be making most likely video shorts. I will do a search for Wemby part 2. If you remember back in January from NBA Hoops, I did a search for Wemby at that time, and I think I made a total of 20 videos before I finally hit a Wemby rookie card. So I'm gonna do the same thing in Topps Chrome, and we'll just see how long it takes me to find a Wembanyama rookie card. So really looking forward to that, and hopefully you guys get a chance to check out those videos on the channel. I will also be attending the Minnesota Sports Card Show tomorrow. I've been granted a media pass for that particular show, so I'm kind of excited about that. So I will be making a full-length video as I attend the Sports Card Show tomorrow. It is a total of 70,000 square feet and 450 tables. So really looking forward to that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that video, probably to be put out most likely on Sunday. I will be using the process that I outlined in a video I made a few months ago on attending sports card shows, which talks about make sure that when you go to the sports card show you have a budget in mind, make sure that you have a plan in place, preview the show, and so on and so forth. A really good video, kind of a how-to about how to go about attending sports card shows. So if you haven't had a chance to check out that video, I would recommend that before you attend your next sports card show. Finally, on channel news, we did get to 750 subscribers, so that means we will be announcing the giveaway for this blaster box of Topps Chrome. I'm most likely going to make that video on Sunday evening. I am right at 750 subscribers right now. I'd feel more comfortable if I was at 752, 53 in that area. I do occasionally lose subscribers, so even though I'm sitting right at 750 subscribers right now, I would like to get 2 to 3 subscribers above that. So in the off chance I happen to lose a subscriber, which does happen once in a while, unfortunately, I really hate to lose subscribers, to be honest with you. Anyways, that is a story for a different day, but I do want to make sure I do stay above the 750 subscribers before I announce the giveaway rules for this blaster box of Topps Chrome. So stay tuned for that. We do have some good stuff coming up for Monday Night Breaks. Hopefully I will be breaking another box of Topps Chrome basketball and do a deep dive into that product. So that is what we got coming up. Thanks guys for checking out this video again. If you aren't currently a subscriber to the channel, hit that like and subscribe down below. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps out the channel quite a bit. Thanks guys. We are out of here. Peace. Be good. Be safe and happy collecting.